Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Previously, we treated on the introduction to PDMS. Today, I'm going to be showing you on how to bring in equipment into PDMS. Now, come to this form. This form is the most important form because without logging into this form, you can't actually design. So we are going to log in through this form. Now, this afternoon, we are going to design equipment. So we are going to log in with the username as this. Come to this point, you click project. There are 3 projects. We are using sample. You select sample because this is a sample training project, and that is what we use for training worldwide. You click on the username, you click on EQUI, sorry. Now the password, you on the password, you repeat EQUI. The username and password must correspond. You go to the NDB, you go to the module. There are 10 modules in the PDMS. We have monitor, design, drafts, ASO drafts, Paragon, Specon, Popcon, Mexicon, and admin. We are doing design now. The most important module in PDMS is design. So we click on design. We say OK. Once you say OK, the software starts coming up. As it's coming up, it is showing loading design. You can see the name Plant Design Management System. Okay. This is a version. This version runs on this system. There are different types of PDMS that can run on different systems. It can work in a server network using a token. Using a token that can be given to you from Aveva. You can see this one is Aveva PDMS. Okay, so the PDMS boots based on the size of the random assessment RAM. So now you close this place because we are not doing cable tray design. So before we proceed, let's switch over to this place. Let's change it to general. We have 2 interfaces. This side is called the Design Explorer. Okay, the Design Explorer. You come to this side. Here is called the modeling interface. So as you design, your work is saved here and your design is done in this place. So let's go and start equipment design. In equipment design, there are 2 ways of doing equipment design. Number 1, using equipment and primitives, like I said before. Number 2, using standard and primitives. Now we are going to use standard and primitive to illustrate how to create equipment and attach nozzles. Thereafter, we proceed to use just only primitives and equipment. So let's start. To start, we have general application. Now there are several applications in PDMS. Now you click on design. You see a lot of them. We have equipment, we have pipe work, we have HVAC, we have structures. So these are different applications. Each of them has its own interface. So we select the one we want to use. We want to use equipment. When you select equipment, to load the equipment interface. Now for we to start designing, we have to set up the database for the software. Now you create a site. You go here. You name it equipment sites. You say okay. You see it's going to appear here. This is equipment. Now under the site, you go and create zone. You can name it plant equipment. Plant.equipment. Now in PDMS, you don't space, because if you space, it will give an error. So for instance, let me just create a space. If I say OK, it will write name must not contain spaces. So you don't leave space when you are putting a name in PDMS. So you come back here and close back the space and you say OK. It will now accept. So let's create another zone. You come to create, you go to zone, you name it plant equipment 2 and you say OK. Now once you are done, you start your design. So I'll use this first one to create an equipment and primitives, and use another one for equipment and standard. So you click this first one, you go to create. Now you go to standard. Now there are 4 standard equipment in PDM. We have vessels, heat exchanger, air cooler, and standard pumps. So we want to create vessels. You click on this place. Now put V56. You can give it any name based on your design requirement. So you select standard vessel, you say vessel type, vertical vessel, specific type, storage upper. You choose the one based on your design need. For instance, I want to use vessel 2. So you click vessel 2, you click properties. So once you click on property, this information displays, which you can adjust. So let's change this dimension to 2005. Okay, I can remove the leg and click 3 square. You can say OK. When I'm done, I can now apply. So when I apply, something comes up. You see? Okay. So you come to it, you click exploit position, you select standard vessels, horizontal. I'm just clicking on it. You click on this. After that, you press properties. Now you click the support fit and you say OK. After that, you apply. Now you click on this exploit. Now you change the coordinates. That is north would be minus 5,000. Then you apply. When you apply, you close. Then you dismiss. After that, work to draw list. Right click. Isometric 3. So you see it. If you use your cursor key, this particular equipment can turn to any direction. You see the arrow key on the keyboard, lower right corner on the keyboard. You can go up, you can go down. If you press page up, it will zoom. If you press page down, it will zoom down. So you can now go back and right click. Right click is shortcut for view. ISO 3. That's it. So if you want to delete this subject, you can delete it. When you want to delete, you come and click on the name, then right click, then delete. Then they say delete, you say yes. You come to the second name, you right click, then delete, and say yes. So that is how to bring in equipment inside PDMS. So now let us create an equipment and attach nozzles to it.